Fantastic. Well, good evening, Westborough. We're so happy to have you. Hey, look at that high school music contingent. Hey, musicians, let me get a hey! Oh, look, it must be the end of the year. They're not awake yet. That's okay. But we have a wonderful evening to have you here on the lawn with us, and we're so glad you've come out to support all of our musicians across our 3 district jazz bands. My name is Mr. Robbins, if we haven't met, and it continues to be my pleasure to work with the middle schoolers sitting behind me right now. Some of the music you might have heard across this year, and some of it might be new to you. Maybe all of it's new to you, but we definitely have one new additional piece since our last performance at Swing Into Spring. The first tune you heard just now featured Anish on alto saxophone and Meg on trumpet. If we could acknowledge them with another round of applause, please. And that was It's Only a Paper Moon, written by Mr. Harold Arlen, who penned many, many beautiful pieces across the last century, and adding to the Great American Songbook. I didn't know this, actually. Originally, it was written for a 1932 musical that was quite unsuccessful, The Great Magoo, and then it was used the next year in a movie, Take a Chance. It also had a different title, but that's kind of the music business. You never know when something might stick, or what's a great hit, or what's going to become a great hit. As I speak this evening too, you'll see my friends in the band here are getting used to using some clips, so we're going back and forth between changing tunes, and we have a little bit of wind, which is helpful, but not helpful in terms of when we have to change pieces. So we're going to move now to a beautiful Latin work by a composer and educator out of the state of Maine, Mr. Terry White, and this is Benny Carter's Only Trust Your Heart. It's going to feature Sahana on alto saxophone and Arav on the trumpet. thank you once more. Our next work is a new one for everybody here tonight. It's a newer arrangement as well. Oh, I couldn't agree more. Hey, it's all good. The music is alive. Yeah. And also another change for us in terms of the groove that we'll be playing. So maybe you've heard of Herbie Hancock, or maybe you have not. But we are going to share with you his Watermelon Man, which is a danceable song as he had shared with an infectious melodic hook. And if you haven't heard it, you're in for a real treat. Come to find out, this tune was actually inspired by a childhood memory of his own, of a waterman seller whose vehicle rumbled noisily through the streets of his 1940s Chicago upbringing, which was actually kind of cool when I thought about it. And we're going to feature a handful of members of the band from Sulu here on tenor saxophone, and we'll hear from Prithvi and Akil, two of our trumpet players, as well as our present keyboard bass player, who's been going between playing keyboard piano for you and keyboard bass. We're going to hear for a bass solo from Julian. So we hope you enjoy Mike Camiff's arrangement of Herbie Hancock's Watermelon Man. Well, thank you once again. One more round of applause for our 4 soloists, Sulu, Prithvi, Julian, and Akir. And again, we thank you for coming out to join us. We have our 2 fantastic high school jazz bands coming up momentarily after our last piece, and that is Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. If you joined us earlier in the season, you did hear this piece, but it's a beautiful arrangement that we're going to feature one of our trombonists, Wade, on, as well as Meg on the trumpet. And just to share just a little bit more, it's been a great pleasure to work with these fantastic musicians, making the progress that we have together, making some wonderful sounds this school year. So I thank all of our parents for all the support that they offer us and getting our kids to school early to join me Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's been a lot of good fun, so thank you so very much. And we look forward to keeping it all happening, sending our 8th graders up to the high school and or wherever they're off to in their educational journeys, and looking forward to keeping some of our 7th graders with us and welcoming some more to share and get some more jazz happening. So here we are, our last piece for the evening, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
Good evening and thank you for your patience. This is the Westborough High School Repertoire Jazz Ensemble. We're going to start things off with a swing tune from Bob Turner. This one's called Chrysanthemum. You're going to hear solos from a variety of people. We're going to hear a tenor saxophone solo from Cy, and then an alto saxophone solo from Aiden, and another alto saxophone solo from Raphael. Thank you, that was Chrysanthemum. We're having a couple of technical difficulties. We're sorting through that right now, and while we do, I'm going to let you know a little bit about the next tune. This one is called In the Pocket. It's a straight eighths rock kind of feel, and it reminds me a lot of like the yacht rock station on Sirius. Sounding a lot like something you might hear from Michael McDonald or Criss Cross. The singer, not the popular hip-hop duo. And it just has that sort of vibe with the synthesizer, and the melody just feels so much like what you might hear from those old Doobie Brother charts and stuff like that. It's going to feature a solo from Psy. And we're going to waste no time in getting to In the Pocket. Thank you very much. Our next chart is the newest one in our repertoire. We just started learning this one shortly after Swing into Spring back in April. This one is a blues chart. It's a 12-bar blues, and you'll hear the head, the main melody, a couple of times, and then you'll hear solos from Sylvia on tenor saxophone and from Raphael on alto saxophone. This is Catchin' the Train. Thank you. Our next tune is a classic from the world of jazz. This is one of Duke Ellington's charts, and this is an arrangement for this setup of Cottontail, a familiar tune with some very famous chord changes. You're going to hear solos on this one from Sylvia on tenor sax and Aiden on alto sax, and you're going to hear Rowena on piano, and then Raph once again on alto, and you'll hear what for you jazz aficionados might be a very familiar melody in Cottontail.
It's 774 778 899.
Wait, is that my number? Wait,
Mine.
that's mine. That's your number? Can I have it?
Oh, you're missing.
Wait, I do have your number.
Thank you. And to close things out for repertoire jazz, we're gonna go to a Latin groove. This one is going to maybe put you on the beach somewhere, and it's appropriately entitled Newport Breeze.
I just wanted yeah, why you look at that. Why are you looking at that? Okay, you creepy.
Like, what? Is he actually
What? No, bro is literally sitting a woman on the
Like, you got your head Victor Pop. No. I'm non.
John, you gotta take the worst advice possible. Pretend to be a stalker and then save her from yourself. Like, beat up with you and then it's like, oh, it's like
Thank you. That was The Way You Look Tonight, arranged by Sammy Nestico. Our next tune, we're going to the Count Basie Orchestra for some inspiration. This is a chart by one of their longtime composers, Bill Byers, and it's called Sassy. On this one, you're going to hear a duet between flute and trumpet, but you're also going to hear a trumpet solo from Anya, and you're going to hear a tenor sax solo from Raph. Here comes Bill Byers' Sassy. Thank you very much. Now we'd like to slow things down a little bit. We're going to play a ballad, another one from Duke Ellington Orchestra, but this is an arrangement for us. It's going to feature our lead alto, Akshat, on a lovely rendition of Chelsea Bridge. All right, thank you very much. For our next selection, this is the newest chart in our repertoire. This is another old classic. Well, it's a Basie chart, but it's actually Basie's version of a Duke Ellington chart. This is Satin Doll. Thank you very much. There you heard an introductory solo and a solo later on in the piece from our pianist Mahadi. And then you heard another trumpet solo from Anya and another tenor saxophone solo from Raf. That was Satin Doll. To close things out, we're going to send you into the summer right. We're going to get a little salsa. It is totally acceptable as you listen to this one. If you feel that urge to get yourself moving, get up and get your feet moving side to side and whatever it is you're going to shake, feel free to do so. This is El Tigre. Thank you, Abby. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Thank you to our administrations at Westborough High School, Gibbons Middle School, and our central office for supporting the fine arts in our schools. Our fine arts director, Chris Martin. My esteemed colleague at Gibbons Middle School, we got Craig Robbins, and all his students in the Gibbons Middle School Jazz Band. What a great job they did. Thank you all very much for supporting your kids and keeping them going in lessons and getting to early morning rehearsals and concerts on days like today, or graduation on Saturday, which was a little bit different, but this is much, much nicer. Thank you all for being here tonight. We'll see you in our next series of concerts in 2025 fall.
Thank you.